Good morning, children. Hope everybody is safe and well. It's Monday today, 8th June 2020. This week will be the last week of Street Child. I hope everybody enjoyed the story. Well done to all the children who have been submitting their online learning. Now, last week I had some wonderful work with all these children from Churchill class. Raisa, Dana, Ikram, Diana, Eric, Shaista, Faris, Mario, Sarah, Haider, and Adam. All these children, a huge well done to all of these children because these children have been emailing me all of their homework. Well done to those children as well who have been doing activities on Mathletics, Purple Mash, and Literacy Planet. Now, this week we'll be starting with a new unit which is Myths and Legends. Okay, the knowledge organizer is on the school's website, and I would encourage all children to go through the knowledge organizer before you start your lessons. Over to the presentation. I hope you will enjoy the new unit as well. But we'll be finishing Street Child by Wednesday, and from Thursday, we'll be starting with Myths and Legends. See you. Good morning, children. It's Monday, 8th June 2020. Now, today we'll be doing the next chapter of Street Child. Now, the resources that you will need for today's lesson are a pen and a sheet of paper. I'm going to pause the slide so that you can get your pen and your sheet of paper. Learning intention. I can develop my understanding of the apostrophe. Success criteria. I understand what an apostrophe is. I can use the apostrophe to show possession. I can use both its and its with the apostrophe correctly. Now I'm going to read the beginning of the lesson for you, the beginning of the chapter for you, and then you can carry on as usual. Chapter 25, The Ragged School. Next morning early, he waited for the coffee woman to bring her cart. When he saw her dragging it up through the mud, he ran to meet her. He's worse, he panted. Can you come to him? I can't leave my stall, she told him. If I don't give breakfast to the early workers, I've lost my best trade. If you tell me where that school is, I'll go there. It's round about, over there somewhere around Ernest Street. The woman waved her arm vaguely. She was sorry enough for the boy, but there were plenty more where he came from. Skinny, helpless sparrows. The streets were full of them. If she helped one, they'd all be round for help, and she had her own children to feed. If she didn't earn enough to keep her rent paid, they'd all be out in the streets. All in the same state as Jim. It didn't bear thinking about, she had to keep going. Now read the remaining lesson silently in your minds. Now here is a SPAG activity. Can you circle the relative pronoun in this sentence? Caden had a bed that looked like a tree house. B. Can you think of a word that ends in the sound shall that matches this definition? Not real. Tick the sentence that uses the possessive apostrophe correctly. The family's holiday was now booked. So the apostrophe is after the S. The family's holiday was now booked. So the apostrophe is between Y and S. The family's holiday was now booked. Now look at the spelling of family here. So which one do you think is right? D. Tick to show whether the underlined word is being used as an adverb or an adjective. The woman looked angry. Is it angry? Is it an adverb or an adjective? E. Choose the correct form of the verb to have to fit into these sentences. Draw a line to match each sentence to the correct verb. Use each verb only once. Today, Darcy and Oscar something been learning about Greek mythology. Last month, Max something the best time at Scout Cup camp. Florence's guinea pig something the softest fur. So, where should you have had, has, or have? F. Mr. Whoops has been juggling with the letters from one of his Year 5 spelling words. Can you spot what it is? Okay, so the word begins with D and it ends with S. Okay, now can I develop my understanding of the apostrophe? Are you uncertain about when to use an apostrophe? Many people have difficulty with this punctuation mark. The best way to get apostrophes right is to understand when and why they are used. We will be looking at two specific ways in which the apostrophe is used in writing. Possession, using its or its. Possession. The apostrophe should be used to show when something or someone in a sentence owns an object. Example, the cat's tail waved in the air. The tail belongs to the cat, so we need an apostrophe to show this. Mr. Green's umbrella sheltered him from the rain. The umbrella belongs to Mr. Green, so we need an apostrophe here too. Okay, so children, wherever there is possession, you put an apostrophe. So the cat's tail, Mr. Green's umbrella. Now have a look at the following sentences. Decide where you need to put the apostrophe to show possession. So go through the sentences in your mind, write them on a sheet of paper, and then decide where will you need to put the apostrophe. How did you do? The lion's roar echoed around the valley. Okay, so you need the apostrophe between the N and the S. 14 elephants ate all of the village's food in less than 5 minutes. So whose food? The village's food. Captain Holbert's ship crashed over the ferocious ocean waves. So whose ship? Captain Holbert. So you need the apostrophe between the T and the S. The lady's handbag was snatched by the two thieves. So the apostrophe needs to be between Y and S. After a long walk, the children's shoes were caked in thick mud. When it comes to deciding between using its or its with an apostrophe, there is one simple rule to follow. If you want to say it is or it has, then you need to use its. It's been raining all day long. It has been raining all day long. It's nearly 4:30. It is nearly 4:30. The rest of the time you just need to use the plain old its. The dog wagged its tail. Look at the sentences below. Some sentences need its with the apostrophe because they want to say it is or it has. The rest just need its. Discuss your ideas with someone at home. Be prepared to explain your thoughts to the class. So read the sentences silently and decide where will you need its with an apostrophe. So whenever it is the short form for it is or it has, then it needs the apostrophe. Otherwise, you don't need the apostrophe. Okay, so go through the sentences and write them on your sheet of paper. Okay, how did you do? Can you explain your decisions? So the cat picked up its toy and jogged out of the kitchen. It's just not fair, screamed Samantha angrily. So here you need the apostrophe because instead of saying it is just not fair, she said it's just not fair. So you need the apostrophe. It's been the best day ever. You need the apostrophe because instead of saying it has been the best day, she said it's been. The hotel made its guests feel welcome by putting chocolates on their pillows. The car stalled because its engine was in a terrible state. So here you don't need the apostrophe. Task. Put this apostrophes in the sentences below. So read the sentences silently and then put your apostrophes. Write the sentences on your sheet of paper and then put the apostrophes. Now see if you can write a short narrative paragraph based on chapter 25. Try and include apostrophes for possession and both its and its in your writing. Try to include ideas on how does Jim try to help shrimps. So you've read chapter 25 now. Try to include as many apostrophes as you can. Okay, write a short a short paragraph about chapter 5. What have you learned in chapter 5? And then try using apostrophes in your writing. Good luck with the task and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.